Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittney and I provide and share content creator tips, UGC tips, all that for beginners. So if you clicked on this video, you are wanting to know how to make a content calendar. Let me just start by saying that having a content calendar and actually planning out your stuff is an absolute must-have. So if you have never heard of the term content calendar, or you've heard it around here and there but you're not sure what exactly it entails, keep watching. First things first, why do you need a content calendar? Like I mentioned earlier, it just helps to plan ahead if you have everything squared away in a calendar so you know exactly what you're doing day to day, as well as helping you maintain consistency. So I think it's definitely a must-have in your content creation journey because it helps you see everything, get everything out of your head and on a calendar, whether it be digital or if you just want to use a hard copy planner. It is best to get that out of your head and organized on what days you're going to do what. The next step. Before going in to create your content calendar, I would suggest defining your goals. Like, how many videos are you trying to do per week? Are you just wanting your content calendar to be for YouTube specifically? Do you want it to be for Instagram or TikTok specifically? Or do you want them to all of these lovely platforms that we have, do you want them all to be included in this content calendar? Like, what is your posting schedule? All that added to your content calendar. Whether you want to post one video a week on YouTube or 3 to 4 posts or 3 to 4 times a week on Instagram and TikTok. Like, have your goals of what you want to do and the content that you're doing and just work your calendar around that. The next step is tools you need to make your content calendar. It can be as simple as having a Google spreadsheet or like a Google Doc sheet of you writing out your plan for the week or the month, what it is you're filming, the days you're editing, all that good stuff. But I personally like to use Notion. I have a calendar that I just go through the week because for me personally at this stage in time, I can't plan out in advance a whole month of content just right now at the time of this recording. So I like to plan out my week. I try to plan it out the Friday before that week, and I have what I'm doing each day, and it definitely feels better to have everything laid out in one place so you know exactly what it is you're doing. So I like to use Notion, but like I said, you could use a Google spreadsheet, Google Docs, you could have a hard copy planner. I know there's other apps and websites out there that you can use, but I do highly recommend Notion. If you are new to Notion or you're kind of scared of Notion like I was at the beginning, didn't have any clue what I was doing, I do have a very basic tutorial on Notion, and I can leave it up here somewhere for you guys to check that out if you're interested. Just goes through an overview of how to actually use it, and I did go over how to create a calendar up there as well. So if you want to check that out, please do so. I will leave it linked in the description as well so you guys can check that out. The next thing I would suggest is planning out your content. I would factor in if you celebrate holidays, if you want to have like holiday themed content or anything. It's like now we're in December, so you know Christmas is coming up. I don't celebrate, but there are people who celebrate Christmas and may want to have Christmassy content. So if that's something that you're interested in, I definitely would plan ahead and, figure out what kind of stuff you can do. As far as YouTube, I'm only aware of like a Vlogmas, but I know that you can do holiday themed videos and, carousel posts on Instagram and TikTok as well. And around that, if you are wanting to have holiday themed content, have that around your regular content as well, like your regular reels, story posts, all that good stuff. Just to get an idea of what it is that you're trying to do for that month, especially if there's holidays involved. The next thing I would suggest, and I'm trying to do this as well, is to batch create content. I'm trying to have like a day out of the week, or at least 2 days out of the week, where I get all my filming in, and that's for YouTube and like long form and short form content as well. So then if I do that, let's say I have my filming days are Tuesdays and Thursdays, which I don't have a solid filming schedule right now, but let's say for video purposes that my filming schedule is Tuesdays and Thursdays. If I do Tuesdays and Thursdays, maybe I can have a long form editing day for Wednesday and then a short form editing day for Friday, which that kind of works. But just take that as an example. Have a day that you can do all of one task, especially if it'll take you the longest, and then allocate the rest of your days to have different things that you're doing that help the process run a little bit smoother so you don't feel overwhelmed. That's the last thing we want to be. We don't want to be overwhelmed. Another thing I would like to add, or I wouldn't say this is a step, but something I would like to add, consistency is definitely key. I know we hear that everywhere. I was tired of hearing it, but it definitely is key. And especially with having a calendar and knowing exactly what you're doing, you're able to stay on top of all your tasks your videos can go out in a timely manner, your posts can go out in a timely manner, and you feel good eventually because you're like, hey, I'm getting this content stuff out. So like, take me for example. I've been posting a video every week on YouTube since July. I've been able to plan out my content and figure out what exactly it is that I want to have out, and I've been able to have it out. So that's definitely a prime example of why you should have a calendar, or at least have it written out what it is exactly that you're trying to do, so it can be easier to execute and get the process done. Another thing I would suggest, or the next step in this process, is to regularly check your calendar. See what's working, see what's not working, see what can be improved, see what it is that you're not really trying to do anymore, what your audience is giving you, like the feedback you're getting, if you need to make any changes. Keep a record of all that stuff, because that definitely will come in handy in the long run, so you can figure out what's working. And you know, if you have a certain form video or a certain topic that you're talking about that gets way more engagement than another, I definitely would suggest trying to have ways to create more content like that piece of content, since it did perform well. So I definitely would review everything that you're doing as you go, try different techniques, different topics, all that good stuff, and you can keep that all in your calendar. And there you have it. I think that is all the steps and the building blocks you need to create a content calendar that can definitely help you with staying consistent as being a content creator, UGC creator, all that good stuff. And you can stay organized, you can keep all your content in one place, all your ideas just out of your head and into a calendar. Don't forget to allocate days where you can batch content, edit content, post content, you know, get ideas for content. Like, have days for those, because it definitely takes the overwhelming part of creating content just completely off if you can have it in your face as a calendar. This day I'm doing this, or I don't have to worry about that because I'm going to do that this day. So if you got all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you found this helpful, go ahead and leave me a like, comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And also hit your post notifications so you know when I'm posting, which is always Fridays at 4. And I will see you all on the next video. Peace.